It's a pretty car. That is clean. Going on, everybody? We're going to take you through today, and welcome to the new channel. We're going to talk about some of our some Fox body stuff. It should be pretty cool. So in here, we just cleaned out the garage. Got our Ford flags, our 82nd flag in here. We're ready to go, but we just got this car shipped into us from Illinois, and it's an 88 GT, 26,000 original miles, super clean, one repaint, really nice. The interior's mint. Nothing wrong with the wheels. Everything's just really clean on this car. So we'll walk you through and share it with you. But this came from Black Dog Performance in Illinois. 26,000 original miles. Incredibly clean interior. So what we're gonna be doing with this car is we're gonna have some fun with it. I want to share it with you, kind of walk you through what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to leave it pretty stock. I'm thinking about maybe a 373 rear end on it. And but I do have some friends. I've got a buddy who's got a 17 or an 18 wide body Hellcat. We're gonna do a comparison video on that. We're also going to do a video with my old 93 Corvette that my cousin now owns. So we'll do a comparison video between those two cars. And we're not going to focus on performance. I mean, look, this car is 225 horsepower, but I'll show you some really cool stuff in the car in a second. You know, factory, and it's been dyno tested out there. I mean, everything's really nice on it. It's just one of the nicer 88s you're going to find. So hold on one second, we'll get right back. It did get a little dirty. The car got delivered with raining, so I got a little bit of dirt on it. But you can see the paint's really clean. No oxidization on the wheels. I mean, just a really, really clean 88. I owned an 88 years ago and it got stolen. And then my neighbor gave me an 88 Notchback, a friend of mine who was, it was the original one owner, radio delete car. But when we got it up, the shock towers were just gone. So we couldn't really do anything with it, so we ended up getting rid of it. But as you can see on this one, just super, super clean. We'll show you the interior here in a second. It was like a time capsule. You know, I saw this and I didn't get to see it until it got shipped out. I'm out in the Boston area. And it came in, and this was just like literally a brand new car with some pretty cool options. Power locks, power lumbar, but manual windows. But when we come in, you can see 26,000 original miles, super clean. She starts right up. The only issue I had was there was no gas in it, and I can't drive it yet because I'm waiting to get the title from Illinois. So I just put some gas in with the gas tank, so we'll see if the gas light still starts right on there. But you can hear she starts right up. We got a little gas in there now, so the gas light's not on. But everything works perfect. You know, it's just a lot of fun. So, you know, the lights work, fogs work, so everything works on it, which is awesome to hear. She sounds great. A lot of fun. So we're gonna shut her off now just because I don't have a lot of gas and I gotta pull her back in. I just brought it out to clean it up. But what's pretty cool on here is we have a lot of cool documentation. Some stuff from the old owners. We have the original owner's manual, which is pretty cool. So this car was originally sold in Tucson, Arizona. And here's the original dealership, the original owner's manual. What was pretty cool on here is we actually have the dyno sheet on the car. So we actually were making 270 foot-pounds of torque and 194 horsepower for an automatic 88. You know, at 225 and rated at 300 foot-pounds of torque. This is really clean. And you can see on here, no cracks on the dash. The seats are like brand new. The headliner's mint. I was even shocked. The map light actually worked, which was kind of cool. Usually they don't on a lot of these. So I saw that yesterday. At least it was working yesterday. I don't know what I did here, if I got to hit a button on it, but the map light was working when I saw it. I tried it yesterday and it was working fine. So we were just having some fun with it, but it was it's really cool, super clean. We're gonna share some more stuff with you. And we look more forward to sharing more of the video, but we're gonna do some fun stuff with this Fox body and kind of come back around. So if you love Fox bodies, please check out the channel. We'll do some stuff with it. Super excited to have it, but like I said, I've been looking for an older time, and finding a really clean 88 Fox body was exactly what I wanted. I know this isn't everybody's favorite year because you only get the 85-mile-an-hour speedometer. You know, and again, there's drawbacks. It's not the fastest car in the world, and to be honest, it's not even the prettiest. I think the only place on the car, too, which blows my mind, actually says Mustang, is in those quarter windows. But there's just something about sitting in it. You know, this car is not very big, but it's just so cool, right? There's just a cool factor that came with these 5.0s. You know, everyone's busting my balls, telling me, you know, when's Vanilla Ice coming? But, you know, again, here's the deal. It's just a fun 88. We'll walk you through around again a little bit more. We'll show you a couple things. I'll show you the hatch. Again, it's super clean. But again, just kind of walking through some of the paperwork. You know, we've got some insurance information from one of the original owners. We have like a muffler repair that was done. We've got an inspection report. We've got an identification card for insurance. Like I said, again, the original owner's manual, the dyno. So again, everything that was done on this car was awesome. And here's the reality. You know, here's my stupid mask because we're still in that mask piece. But the only thing on the car is that the ashtray door is here, but it's broken. They make a hinge kit from Late Model Restorations or CJ's Pony Parts, so I'm going to order one and put the new fix the ashtray in there. But other than that, like, this car doesn't really need anything. You know, it's got an aftermarket CD player, and I thought about going back to the original cassette player, but I just can't do it. It's just too different. But the only cool thing is just so different if you haven't driven one of these in a long time, and I hadn't in years, is, you know, we just talked about, you know, how different everything is, and, you know, I'll show you in a second. You know, what I was talking about is how small the steering wheel and how thin it is, right? Just really, really tiny. You know, we've got like 2 buttons on here. We've got the horn, right? Real basic. You know, simple buttons for the lights and for the fogs, right? I missed that back in the day when I had that. And again, just the basic speedometer. Everything here is just really, really easy. But you just forget how small and how light everything is. And I put the wipers on because it was raining that day, and I was joking with my buddy. I'm like, yeah, there's really not a lot of intermittent here. It's slow, 5 miles an hour, or it's 1,000 miles an hour. And these light wipers are tiny, right? And these little metal blades, but that's what it is. That's what the cool thing about these cars is it's not the newest technology, but it's the coolest. You know, it's just cool and it's a lot of fun. So happy to share it with you. I'll show you the hatch in here in just a second, and then we'll finish up our video. Thanks. All right, and you can see in here, we got our hatch. Again, pretty clean. Everything still is clean here. Again, this still has this piece to roll back here, which is crazy. Again, it's starting to come up a little bit, but again, the car's 30 plus years old. The fact that it still has all this from the factory. And again, look at these seats. I mean, they're like brand new. This back seat has never even been sat in. You know, you forget, yeah, the old, you know, the lighter in the back here, you know, for the ashtray. And again, you look into it, I mean, again, just really, really clean, no cracks on the dash. The steering wheel's perfect, everything's great. Back of the car, we got one little chip on this louver here that I gotta figure out, but you can see they didn't cut any holes in it for the exhaust. The exhaust is where it's supposed to be. Everything's clean, so nothing got tore up. So this is gonna be a lot of fun for us. I look forward to sharing some of the video stuff here with you, you know, as we bring it in, and it should be a ton of fun. And like I said, we're gonna do some comparisons. The first two will be the Hellcat and the 93 Vet. The 93 Vet's the one I'm most interested in. I owned that car for a while, and it was pretty quick with the LT1 in it. I'm very curious to see how this does. It's crazy to me that, you know, I go back in the day when I owned my first 88, and trying to buy a Corvette was just not even attainable, and literally that Corvette's worth about a third of what, maybe, I shouldn't say a third, but a half of what a really nice 5.0 is right now in the same condition. It's just crazy how these have really increased in value and those haven't. The other thing that blows my mind is I forgot, you know, again, I love the old turbine wheels. You can't really get a lot of tires. You can do the General or the Uniroyal, but this is a drum brake car. That's what they were in 88, right? So the rear brakes are drum, the front are disc. So it's pretty antiquated technology. And again, factory in this car, it's either 308 or 323s on the rear end. I have to do a little research and find out on this particular one what it came with. But when I had one of these before, and you put a set of 373 rear end in these cars, it just opened it up. And the car was it just ran so much better and so much quicker. So that's probably going to be the next step we're going to look at. You know, I got a little bit of crimping on the molding on the passenger side here that I want to figure out on the door. It's curled on both sides, so I do want to fix that. But as you can see, the rest of the car is just completely clean. My only dilemma right now is how do I figure out, and I've asked some people, and I guess a couple options with the plate. I just don't want to drill into that bumper. It's pretty pristine. You know, you have the places here to drill into, you can see to put the license plate in. but I just don't want to drill into that bumper. It's lasted this many years, 30 plus years without having it done. I don't want to do it now. But again, the lights are crystal clear. Everything's really nice. So look forward to sharing more of this with you. Hopefully, again, again, I'm not new to YouTube. I do have a fitness channel that I do. So hopefully you'll enjoy the channel, have some fun with it. I'm going to be honest with you, we're not going to do a lot of crazy stuff like some of some of these other car channels do, but we will have some fun. And like I said, when we compare, the cars that are out there, like the Hellcat and the Corvette, and I have some other friends that have some cool stuff. The goal will be to compare some other cars. It'll be around, how does it shape up? Is it, we're going to go like kind of cool factor, comfort, style, how many heads does it turn when you take it out? The Hellcat is a monster. I know it turns heads, but I'm very curious to see if we go out somewhere, if we get more reaction from this 8850 that's completely stock and really clean versus, a 700 horsepower Dodge. So thanks for checking it out. We look forward to seeing you more on the channel, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.